Hello and welcome to the APFEL Web tutorial. In this tutorial, we would like to show a new web application tool designed for high energy physics. So the aim of this service is to provide a simple and intuitive interface for PDF plotting, which means Parton distribution functions. So we provide some tools for PDF comparison and the computation of observables. First step is to open your favorite browser and write the following address: apfel.mi.infn.it. When you open this website, you see on the top right two buttons, the sign up and the login. If you don't have an account, just create it by clicking on sign up. The sign up is a registration form. You should provide an email address and create a password, and then reply to a secret question to avoid spam. Once you have created a new account, return to the home page and click on login. On the login screen, you should put the credentials that you have just created. So here I'm putting the two credentials, the email address and the password, and then I'm clicking on login. Okay. After the login, this is our home page. In our home page, you see a plot, and here empty space. This empty space will be populated by plots after we have generated some jobs. So you see the workspace on the left is composed by the home and my profile. On my profile, you have some information concerning your username and the quota that you have. So by default, you have a quota, and you can check your quota here. If you need, you can also reset your password. Now let's start for the plotting tools, how to use the plotting tools. The first step is to check my PDF sets. So here you can create new PDF sets. There are two ways to create PDF sets. You can use sets which are available from the LHA PDF library by clicking on the green button, Add PDF Set, or if you prefer, and if you have a private PDF grid, you can import it by clicking on this blue button. So let's start from adding a PDF set. When you click on this button, you see a form where you should select, first of all, a PDF set. So here you have all the PDF sets from LHA PDF 5 and 6. And for example, you search for NNPDF 2.3 NLO alpha strong 0118, and you check this one, which is .lh grid, which means that I'm using the LHA PDF 5 library. Here you see LHA PDF 5 grid. Then it automatically knows that NNPDF uses a Monte Carlo approach, so the PDF error is switched to Monte Carlo. You can also modify this PDF error. For example, you can say no error, and then you can select a specific member of this grid, or you can modify and use all like Hessian or cymatic eigenstate. But this is something that you should check with the PDF provider. In this case, we use the Monte Carlo with standard deviation. Then in this configuration, we have the possibility to choose a library for the evolution. Here you have LHA PDF, so it uses the LHA PDF interpolation. However, if you wanted to modify the evolution, you can just select the APFEL option, and this will open all the setup which is below here, which is shown here. So you can select the theory, for example, pure QCD, pure QED, or couplet QCD and QED, and many other options concerning the quark masses, the alpha strong values, and the heavy quark scheme, and so on. So for our tutorial, let's keep the evolution library to LHA PDF, just simple, and confirm this PDF set. So when you confirm the PDF set, you should provide a setup name. So in this case, I will put NNPDF 2.3 NLO. This is the name of my grid, and I will save the PDF set. Okay, so when you save your PDF set, you find again on my PDF sets a box where you have details of your grids. So here you see NNPDF 2.3 NLO. which is a LHA PDF 5 grid. You can always modify or delete this PDF set. Okay, we have one PDF set. Let's now go to the import a grid, just to show you how it works. So if you click on import LHA PDF grid, you see a browse button. If you click on this browse button, then you can select files with the extension .lhgrid or TGZ files with LHA PDF 6 grids. You can upload them here, and you see all your uploaded PDF sets in the add PDF set form. So every time you upload a PDF set, it will be available here in this box. Okay, at this point we have one single PDF file. Let's plot something. So you go to the plotting tools section, we select our PDF set, and then we have 6 possibilities, so 6 plotting tools. For this exercise, I would like to show the PDF member feature. So if I click on plot PDF members, I have a new form where I can set up the plot. So for example, I can select the energy value of my PDF, the flavor that I want to plot. I can plot all members. I can try to plot also the standard deviation, the mean value, and the 68 confidence level. I can select the number of points in X, the log scale in X or in I, and we can select also the X and Y range. So this is something that you can do, or you can just put automatic. You can modify the plot title and the label axis, X in I. This is something extra that you can do. And once you have completed this form, you can just click on confirm. And confirm will ask you a name for this job. So let's put something like members and then PDF 2.3 and launch the job. When I launch the job, it goes here in this view jobs result table. It is queuing, it's running, and now it's done. So you see a small picture, the label, the name of your job, the status, and the date. And if you click on details, you see the resulting plot here, and with all the possibilities to open in PDF, in IPS, or PNG. And if you prefer, you can also try to share it on social medias. Always in this table you have 2 other buttons. The first one is the clone button, which performs the possibility to clone the job and retrieve all the options that we have used, and erase, where you can just remove these files from the disk, from your account, if for example you need to reduce your quota. Now if you go to home, you see a picture of your first job. Okay, now returning to the plotting tools, actually we have 6 options. So you can plot members, you can plot PDF flavors, we can compare multiple PDFs, and we can, for example, compute the luminosity. There are several luminosity possibilities. So if you click on luminosity, you select the center of mass energy, you select the luminosity channel, you select, if you want to use standard deviation, the number of points in X, and always the ranges that you want to plot. You start the job and you obtain the result. Let's try to plot a comparison. Now you compare NNPDF 2.3 with MSTW 2008 NLO 68CL. So you see it is a LHA PDF 5 grid. It uses the hash and eigenstate 68% CL, and I will use the LHA PDF library. Let's save it and call it MSTW 2008 NLO. And now I have 2 PDF sets. So I go to plotting tools, I select both, and I ask for a plot multiple PDFs. In this plot multiple PDFs, I have all the setup here. I will keep as it is, I will confirm, and then I will release the name. So it's a compare and then PDF MSTW launch job. So you see here it's queuing, running, and then done. And this is the plot. So you have compared everything. Okay, So this is how to use APFEL Web tutorial. I hope you appreciate it, and if you have questions, don't hesitate to contact us. Bye.